So once you've kind of gone through this process, hopefully you've at least kind of narrowed down your colors in terms of like, I like bold, bright colors, or I like really soft neutrals, or kind of I like greens, or I like pinks, or whatever. So once you kind of have a vague idea of what you're doing, you want to move on to picking exact colors. I think that the best place, or one of the best places, is to go to Coolors or Colors, I don't know how you say that, .co. It's COOLORS.co. And this is a super cool tool, and it's totally free, and it's a color generator. So if you hit the space bar, it will automatically generate color palettes for you, which again, this can be kind of addictive. You could do this for a while, but and it's possible you might just come up with one and be like, oh, I actually really, really like that. That is great. You can take one that you like. Say you like this overall color palette, but you don't like just this last color. You like these other ones. What's cool is you can go in and lock the colors that you do like, and then hit the space bar, and it'll shift just that last color. Okay, so maybe you say you like that pink better, so you lock it, but now with the pink, maybe you aren't as sure about, I don't know, this blue. So then you can go in and do the same thing. So that's really a cool way to do it. You can also do, there's tons of things. You can see the shades. So if you liked that, but maybe you wanted one a little bit, and it shows you in black, this is the one it's showing you. So you're like, oh, I liked it, but I want a little lighter. So you can go one lighter. So that's really a cool option. And you can also upload a photo. So if you go to your mood board and you have a photo that you really like, you can take it and upload it. So wait, I think I grabbed the wrong photo. I totally did. That's my son's coloring page. So my bad. I don't know if any of you have a kid who likes Star Wars. Anyway, so you can upload a photo. And so if you said, oh, I really love this photo, or there's one from your mood board that really draws you in, you can take this cool tool and you just drag it to select the color that you like. So then you click on the next one and you can drag it over, and then you click on this next one and you can drag it to maybe this light kind of pink color. You can go over here and say, I don't know, you want like maybe a black. So that's a really cool tool too, if you have an image that you found on Pinterest that just feels really like a great jumping off point. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect in here. You can hit next, open in the generator. And so maybe this one wasn't quite right. You can lock in the other ones and keep working on it. Anyway, you can also add colors if you want a few more in your palette. And there's tons of things you can do. You can save it, and you can also export it. And that's really important if you want to use this in various ways, like on the web and also in Canva, or if you ever want to share it with a designer or someone who's working on your account, an ads person, anything like that. You can export the colors and it'll give you the exact color codes, and that's a really good way to save your colors and know that you're using it correctly. So that is a cool way to pick colors that's quick and easy and free. And also, I want to mention that sometimes it feels like a lot of pressure to pick the perfect colors, but as much as colors are nice, and I do think it's important to have a brand identity, like don't stress too much. Like look at McDonald's. They have done fine for themselves, and objectively, I would say those are not the most attractive brand colors, like yellow and red together, but they've taken over the world. So if you're feeling stressed, know that it's good, but it's not, there's not like a wrong answer. And you can always change. You may say like, this is my color palette, but you may end up like never really using this one color over here. And then so eventually you just decide to remove it because it just turned out to not be a favorite when you put it in designs. And like, that's fine. No one is going to come and tell you it has to be a certain way. I will say, as a guideline to make your life easier, you want to have a good mix of light and dark colors. Like, I actually think this color palette is a little too dark because when you used it in designs, it just has a lot of really heavy colors. And if you're going to overlay text, you do want some that are going to be easier to read on. And so maybe you would go in and like choose a lighter shade for some of these or something. So you want at least 1 to 2 dark colors, and then I'd say some midtones and some lights, just to give you the maximum flexibility when you go to use these in your designs. So I'm not sure this really totally works as a color palette right here, but it's just an example. And it's a cool tool and a great way even just to try out new combinations. And sometimes if you aren't sure, you can just print out a couple options. You can save more than one palette. So, save 2, maybe print them both out, hold them up in the light, sleep on it, and then come back the next day and make your decision. So, it's fun. Don't make it too stressful. But this is a cool way to get your exact colors and to really see them next to each other.